This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium short take. This Infinium short take is entitled Those Glitches in the Matrix. Now, my MGTOW brothers, over the last few weeks, I've been noticing a certain level of ludicrousness, which is only getting worse day by day. And that ludicrousness indicates to me that there are problems or glitches in the matrix that we live in. And if you recall the movie The Matrix, there is a scene in that movie where Neo sees a black cat twice. And that is an indicator that there is a problem with the matrix. There is a problem where the controllers of the matrix are having issues and all types of things going wrong in their attempts to control the matrix that Neo is in. And likewise, with our matrix, we are also having that black cat show up twice, which is an indicator that the controllers of our matrix are having issues with the control and the functionality of our matrix. And that being said, I will list off 8 black cat showing up twice moments, which indicates a glitch or glitches in our matrix. Number 1, there is a talk show called The View. And on one Friday morning, a certain vice president of the USA, whose initials are KH, was supposed to be on the show. And she was supposed to have a major segment, about a half hour or so, on that show. But about a half hour into the show, it was, oh my God, 2 of the hosts tested positive suddenly for the coup. And those 2 hosts had to be dragged off suddenly. Everything had to be sanitized, and KH had to be dragged off to another remote location so that she could be safe. And so when all the shenanigans got done, about 20 minutes or so, there was only about 8 minutes or so where the other 2 hosts of The View could interview KH. And what should have been an in-depth interview with KH turned out to be a handler-controlled, these are the statements you will give interview with The View co-hosts who remained on the show. Number 2, it's coming out that our version of Dr. Fives, or the abominable Dr. Fives, may have had a hand in planning this whole pandemic with the purpose of vaccinating everyone in this country and possibly everyone on the planet. And so we have been going through a year of put your mask on, get the jab, do this, do that, run around this, all that. But it's possible that we have been in the grasp of our abominable Dr. Fives because of his desire to get us all vaccinated. For what purpose? Number 3, our certain president running around saying that in the beginning of the year, oh, there will be no mandate. Oh, we don't want everybody to wear a mask. And then now, in the last 2 weeks, pounding his fist, you will be vaccinated. You will do this. You will do this. You will wear your mask. You will do this. But here he is, running around in a restaurant with no mask on, in public, with other people. And that very same president has said in terms of the mandates, that it is the unvaccinated that will cause things to get worse, that will cause problems. But it is not us who have been poked, who can run around doing anything that we want to do. It is not us. It is those who are unpoked. Number 4, again with KH. Instead of her doing her duties like dealing with the border situation, which is out of control, dealing with all the issues that are going on down there, she has to encourage kids about space, about doing all these things. But when she's doing this, she has to get kid actors, as it is found out, to act like they're encouraged about her being there, encouraged about her talking to them and lifting them up, so to speak, in a weirdo situation where she's talking bizarrely, where it seems that she might have had some issues beforehand. I don't know what, but she might have had a little sip here and there or something. But there she is again, running around trying to encourage these kids who are in actuality not random kids that are in some kind of education program. They are kid actors. A situation which is kind of high strangeness, so to speak. Number 5, the Southwest Airlines, where all of a sudden this airlines has this massive logistical problem because seemingly out of nowhere, just they couldn't get planes this way, they couldn't get planes over here, they couldn't get personnel over there, that type of thing. But when it comes to the real explanation, was it due to mandates or was it not? Was it Memorex or was it not? And of course, the airline execs are saying, well, no, this was a logistical error. This happened, this went wrong, and oh my God. But in reality, it was the pilots saying hell to the no. Number 6, the mayor of Chi-Town doing her Board Queen Act in response to those police officers who will not get the jab. She's standing at a podium. We will not tolerate insubordination. But what is insubordination when you have a city that is already rife with crime, which is already out of control, which on a regular basis, on every weekend has about 10 to 12 people killed. But you're going to get rid of all your police, and we will not tolerate insubordination. You will submit. You will comply. So says the war queen of Chicago. Number 7, this week a certain former Secretary of State kicked the bucket due to the coup. And this Secretary of State, former Secretary of State, whose initials are CP, was double jabbed. He was insulated from the coup, but he still died from it. And the media spin came out, and it was, oh no, he had cancer, he had this, he had that, blah, blah, blah. He was immunocompromised, blah, blah, blah. But nevertheless, CP kicked the bucket due to coup. And there was no real explanation as to otherwise. But I think the best of all is number 8. A certain race car driver won his race, and he was reveling, and of course there was a reporter there talking to him, and oh, you won your race, you did everything you could, and you won. And in the background, the crowd was chanting, but it was not chanting about this race car driver, whose name is Brandon. It was chanting about our president. And that chant was F Joe Biden. And in the background, as this reporter is, female reporter is talking to Brandon, and the chant is getting louder and louder, and it's getting to the place where it can be overheard in the background. She does a spin act and says, oh, look, the crowd is chanting about you, Brandon. They're chanting, let's go, Brandon. And my brothers, this is the best glitch in the Matrix so far. That chant, let's go, Brandon, has gone viral, so to speak. It's gone viral to the place where a rapper has made a song about let's go, Brandon. But again, my brothers, it only proves that our handlers who are controlling the Matrix are having issues, to the extent that whatever they spin, whatever they say, is backfiring on them. And that double cat, that cat being seen twice in the Matrix, is happening more and more every day. That's why, my brothers, I have said always to look at the layers and look at what's going on and use your mind, which is capable of critical thought, to see these issues and these problems in the Matrix, so that you can steer clear of all the BS which is being put forth to you in this era, in this time. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium short take. My MGTOW brothers, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.